Let us go. Let us go to the address. Let us go to the address. In the last class, we have seen that the Hanukkah candle holder at her house. And our girl, the protagonist, our girl, said that it was cumbersome to maintain that Hanukkah, so we were not using it. Let us see. Won't you sit down? Asked the girl. That is a polite way of hospitality, isn't it? She held open the door of the living room, and I went inside past her, behind her. I stopped, horrified, underline. I stopped, horrified. Can you recollect any other word from the previous page matching to this? I stopped, horrified. No time. Can you collect from the class any phrase or word matching to this one? Tushar, can you find out any word? Tushar is searching. I open, unmute it. Tushar is searching the page now, isn't it? We are in page number 13, second paragraph, second line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you find out a matching word from the previous page? Can anyone, any Tushar is here? Any other Tushar? When I call one name, others can also find out. Those who get the answer, please tell me. Tushar said no, sir. So any yes, sir is there? Come up. Let there be mistake, no problem. Be courageous enough to speak out. Emmeline, it is your story. It is your story. Your doll has already gone. He's already gone. And you are going to watch the doll. What happened to you?
Living and non-living things.
Living and non-living. No. What happened to you? Daya? Anashura, can you tell me? My dear Jewel, can you tell me? I am afraid. I am afraid to see how much I explained. I am afraid to see those things once upon a time which were a part of my life. Now they are considered, they are packed in petties, they are packed in boxes like non-living things. So I stopped, horrified. I saw my parts of body there. In the lower classes, you might have studied parts of body, isn't it? The teacher might have taught you parts of body. So here the girl found her parts of body, her spoons and forks and knives and Hanukkah and other things, archaic things. She found, am I a dead body? My parts of body are considered to be dead body, and they are packed. They are non-living things. Niranjan, don't you feel any feeling? Please feel with the girl, no problem. You feel with the girl. She is in a desperate mood. We should console her, no problems. Don't worry, we will purchase another one. Then the girl will say, if you give me 100 antiques, I will not be satisfied. I want my own antique. Where is Emmeline? I want my own teddy bear. As we have studied in the ball poem. Do you remember last year? Literature, you have to remember the past always. Literature should be the part of your body. Okay. See, underline, I stopped. I horrified. I was in a room I knew and I did not know. I was standing in a room and I did not know. I didn't realize that I was in a room because I was in wonder. I was in wonder. I was in a how mood. How mood. I was in a how mood. What is when you go to, suppose for the first time you are going to Dubai and you are standing in front of that, what is the name of that tower? Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa. Yes. For the first time, if you are watching Burj Khalifa with a multi-color lighting, what you will say, how? Isn't it? This is what is called how feeling. HAV how feeling. A Josie sir's terminology, isn't it? A how feeling. Don't go for the dictionary. And don't say that Josie sir is teaching wrong English. You will not find this how feeling in any dictionary. You see, this is what had happened in the girl's mind. When she saw her own parts of body inside the room as an unwanted thing. Suppose our accident happened to me, suppose to me, not to you. My children should not get any accident. Suppose I met an accident and my left hand is cut off. In an accident, left hand is cut off. And that is there at the side of the road. And I am lying here. It is cut off. And people came and took me to the hospital. My part of body is there on the road. What should I do? I will cry, my hand, my hand. Not only myself, take that piece also. Isn't it? Isn't it? This is the feeling. When she reached, isn't it? I will cry. Not only myself, take my peace, take my peace. That is on the road. In the same way, when she reached the room, she saw her parts of body, her fork, her knife, her spoon, her cake, her Hanukkah. Everything is kept there unwanted, unnoticed, carelessly. So she had a pang. She had pain in her mind. You see. So in that feeling, in that how feeling, why did I say how feeling? How can be positive and negative? How can be a sad feeling? How can be a joyful feeling? How joyful feeling? How sorrowful feeling, isn't it? So here, sorrowful how. Alentina, can you make it that? Okay, at home, you practice it. Okay. So I didn't see. I found myself in the midst of things I didn't want to see again. After the war, I didn't want to see those things because previous page, because afraid of being confronted with things that had belonged to a connection and that no longer existed. That sentence is very important sentence. That is why once upon a time I didn't want to see those things. But one day, previous page, last lines. One day I noticed, I was curious to see them, to touch them, to remember them. That is why now I am in the living room. Clear now? In this way you have to relate. That is why I am in the living room. When I came to touch my things, it is full of dust. Once upon a time, I was using and kissing my things as my part of body. Now I am afraid to touch it because it is covered with the dust. You see the difference? Are you following me? Do you follow me? Yes or no? Aditya, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I found myself in the midst of things, underline, in the midst of things I didn't want. I did want to see again. Second time. First, she did not want to see, but later, one day, she wanted to see. That is why she reached there. I did want to see. I wanted to see. Did want means wanted. I wanted to see again, but which oppressed me in the strange atmosphere. My desire was oppressed. My desire was oppressed. Now I feel I should not have come over here because it gives me pain. Emmeline had kept her teddy bear inside the cupboard, inside her showcase. When she reached Rosalind's house, she found that her teddy bear was thrown out in the work area. What will you feel? What will you be feeling, Emmeline? Happy or sad?
I'll be very sad.
You will be very sad. The same feeling here. Because once it was a part of her life, now that was thrown out. The same thing is here, you see. So I found, which oppressed me, suppressed me in the strange atmosphere. Or because of the tasteless way everything was arranged. Tasteless way without any interest. Tasteless without any interest. It was arranged there. It was thrown out there. You see, those who have love for their hair, everybody has love for their hair, isn't it? Those who have very good love for their hair, what they will do? They will give oil, they will bath, and they will comb with the combs, and they will tie it properly and beautifully. They will maintain their hair, isn't it? Others, what they do? They will comb them with their fingers, isn't it? Girls will understand the term very well, isn't it? They will comb them, Manglish, isn't it? They will comb with their fingers. They won't use the comb. And in some or other way, they may tie it out. Lakshmi, isn't it? They be those people, isn't it? Let us relate the literature with our life. Then only it will be beautiful. Okay. So those who are not taking care of their hair, especially boys and girls, especially girls and boys, And if I see hereafter girls without combing the hair properly and without tying the hair band and as pony, I say I don't like it. Do you want to hear that? That is tied properly. And boys also. Growing hair little bit, it is okay, but it should be combed properly. Understood? It should be combed properly, and the schools are going to be open. And trim it. I am not asking you to cut it. Trim it. Make it small, like we trim the rose. Okay. Otherwise, your head face is very small, head is very large. How it will be there? And this has when your hair is combed properly, your face gets beauty. And the person does not know her or his own beauty. The people who look at you will say, you are beautiful, you are handsome. Only Josie sir will say, he is the most handsome person. You cannot say like that. Clear now? The people who look at you will say, Aditya, people who look at you will say, you are handsome. We cannot say that we are handsome. No, we have to say, the people who act in the film, will they say, I am the best actor? No. The judges will say, the viewers will say, he is the best actor. Isn't it? So you have to present yourself in a pleasant way. You have to present yourself in a pleasant way. So we will say, Niranjan, you are handsome. Jyoti, you are beautiful. If you present yourself as in a beautiful way. Clear now? Okay, here you see. Or because of the tasteless way everything was arranged. Because of the ugly furniture or the muggy smell that hung there. Muggy smell, bad smell, unpleasant smell. I suppressed my feelings. I don't want to see anything more. This is enough and more. This is enough and more. We went to a zoo. Before reaching the zoo, we thought that all the wild animals will be standing in front of the first gate of the zoo and they will be welcoming us. Zoo is the place where the wild animals are kept there in the cages, isn't it? What we thought, when we reach the zoo, all the animals will be seen line in the cage there. When we enter there, no zoo, only trees. What we say, Amme Puva. Isn't it? You will not be able to enjoy the zoo. You see, maybe because of many reasons, she suppressed, she oppressed. Maybe tasteless way of everything arranged, or ugly furniture, or muggy smell that hung there. I don't know. I sat down and stared at the woolen tablecloth, underline, woolen tablecloth. Once we have seen, I rubbed it. Here, rubbed means lovingly touched it. Lovingly touched it. I rubbed it. I made a sensation on that. My fingers grew warm from rubbing. When I rub on the woolen cloth, we feel warm. I followed the lines of the pattern, design. Somewhere on the edge, there should be a burn mark, underline, a burn mark. There should be a burn mark that had never been repaired. She found the burn mark which was not repaired. My mother will be soon back, said the girl. I have already made tea for her. Will you have a cup of tea? So by that time, the girl of the house said, my mother will come soon and I have prepared tea for her. Shall you have a cup of tea? Thank you. I looked up. The girl put cups ready on the tea table. She had a broad back. Just like her mother. Refer previous page. The woman had a broad back. Likewise, the girl, her daughter, had also a broad back. She poured tea from a white pot, underline, white pot. All it had was gold border on the lid. Underline, gold border on the lid. White teapot with a lid bearing gold ring. I remembered. Double underline. I remembered. That means this is ours. I remembered. This is ours. She opened a box and took some spoons out. She opened the drawer of the table and she took some spoons. Silver cutlery. Silver cutlery. That is a nice box. I heard my own voice. When she opened the box, my mind, my conscience, inner conscience, my inner mind told me, etra nalla, how beautiful it is. What a nice box. I love that box because it was mine. Comes in tone, it was mine. That is why she told, that is a nice box. I heard my own voice. It was a strange voice, my own voice, my own strange voice, inner conscience. Inner conscience. As though each sound was different in this room. Here, sound you can translate into experience. In this room, each minute experience is different from one to the other. Oh, you know about them? She had turned round and brought me my tea. She laughed. She did not smile. She laughed. Smiling and laughing is different. Smiling is beautiful. Laughing is wonderful, isn't it? Smiling is beautiful. Laughing is wonderful. You can choose whichever you desire. Okay. So my mother says it is antique. We have got lots more. So the girl said, not our girl, the other girl with the broad back, Darling's daughter told, my mother Darling always say or used to say, these are antique. These are antique. And we have a lot of antique at home. Proudly, Darling said to her daughter, we have a lot of antique at home. The girl didn't know where from it came. That is why the girl was saying to the owner of the antique that we have a lot of more. If it were now, we would register a case against them, isn't it, in the police station? Isn't it? My antiques are there. We found it, you see. My mother says it is antique, underline. We have got lots more. She pointed round the room, see for yourself, and told, showing the hand, she told, go and see. We have a lot of antiques here. Till Mama comes, you can watch all these things. We have Hanukkah, we have this door curtains, we have this tablecloth, we have spoons, we have many antiques. You go and see all these things. By that time, Mama will come. I had no need to follow her hand. I knew which things she meant. It was not necessary for me, for her guidance, because I knew which were those antiques she noted. Those were mine once upon a time. I just looked at the still life. You see, still life. Think. thing, still life, dead life, still life over the tea table. You see, I just looked at the still life over the tea table. Once upon a time, it was my part of body. Now it is still now, silent now. As a child, I had always fancied the apple on the pewter plate. When I was a baby, when I was a child, always I looked at the pewter plate, a copper plate, copper fruits basket. We keep a fruits basket on the dining table, isn't it? So it is a copper, made of copper. Copper, at that time, in the olden times, copper plates were very precious. Now copper has no value. Copper plates were very precious. So now also you can see when we give the gift to the guests. Have you noticed it? When we give the gift to the guests, fruits, the fruits plate, fruits basket would be of copper color, isn't it? Golden color, isn't it? So that is a value. So pewter plate, a plate made of copper, metal. So when I was a small child, I eagerly looked at that pewter plate because it was filled with apple. It was filled with apple. Now it is thrown unwanted. It is thrown unwanted. That is a still life she could see on the tea table. We use it for everything. Now the girl says, this pewter plate, we use it for everything. Once we even ate off the plates hanging there on the wall. I wanted to so much, but it wasn't anything special. I had found the burn mark of the tablecloth. The girl looked questioningly at me. I looked at the burn mark. So the girl asked me, yes, I said. You get so used to touching all these lovely things in the house, you hardly look at them anymore. You only notice when something is missing because it has to be repaired because you have lent it, for example. You see, the girl looked at me questioningly. I found the burn mark on the tablecloth. And she said, our girl said, yes, you get so used to touching all these lovely things in the house, you hardly look at them anymore. Look at them anymore means giving care, personal care. But here the sentence is, hardly look at them. You didn't give personal care. Once upon a time, last year, I have told you the difference between see and look. Do you remember? I have told you, I think so. Difference between the word see, S-E-E, see, and look. Can you tell me what is the difference between the words see and look? See and look, my dear fellows, please switch on the videos. Many are without videos. Most of the students are without videos. Are there fools who are sitting there on the top with videos? You are disrespecting those people who are sitting with videos. Switch on the videos. Please do respect them. Please do respect them. Please do respect. Should I call out the names? Agna, Naureen, Shreya, Anjana. Where are you people? At least once upon a time, let us see also your face also. Let me see, as a guardian, whether you comb your hair, whether you cut your nails. Okay. See means when I see things, I see many things at a time. For example, now let me see the photos here. I'll take the photo of Gaia Mary. Screen. When I see the screen of Gaia Mary, I see many things. Muted sign. Gaia Mary Jane name is there. Figure of Gaia Mary is there. There are some paintings at the back. Many things simultaneously I see. Many things simultaneously I see. Suppose I look at Tushar. I look at Tushar only. Tushar only, a particular point, a particular thing. Clear now? This is the difference. This is what you see. When we look means look at the particular place, particular object. Anakha, do you follow me? We look at the particular object. See means we see the whole area. That was the difference between Bhima and Arjuna. That was the difference between Yudhishthir and Yudhishthir and Arjuna. That was the difference between Nagula and Arjuna. That was the difference between Sahadev and Arjuna. After the training given in archery, Mahadrona called them for the test drive, and he brought them to the ground, and he called, my dear Yudhishthir, come, take the bow and arrow. And he asked, what did you see there? What did you see there? Yudhishthir told, Guru, I see an attractive blue sky, a beautiful large tree. Drona told, very good, very good. Keep the bow and arrow down there. Go and take your seat. Okay. Thank you. So Yudhishthir thought that, oh, I am the good student. I got A+. Then he told, Bhim, my dear boy, come here. Bhim, my dear boy, come here. Take it. What do you see there? A large tree. Fruits, leaves. Drona told, keep the bow there. Okay, very good. Drona did not say anything negatively. He told, very good appreciation. So Bhima also thought, I am Bhima, and very good. That means he was also happy. Take your seat. Then called Nagula. The question repeated. Arrow and bow were given. Arrow and bow was given. It is a pair. So Nagula told, Prabhu, I see a cage hanging there. A cage on the tree. Very good. Triple very good, Nagula. You go and take your seat. Then he called the Chotu, Jewel Chotu. What do you see? Guru, I see a parrot. Okay. Superb. Keep it. You passed. Go and take your seat. Then he called his beloved disciple. Whom shall I call you? Drona called his beloved disciple and asked him, Arjun, what do you see there? Arjun told, I see the ice. I see the ice. He didn't see the sky. He didn't see the tree. He didn't see the cage. He didn't see the parrot. He saw, he looked at, he aimed the spot. Drona told, shoot, shoot. He became the best man in archery. This is what is called look. My dear science students, do you have this look? Do you have this look? If you don't have a look, if you see the surgery will be done on the stomach to find out the heart, isn't it? Surgery will be done on the stomach near the umbilical cord in order to find out the heart. Because you see the whole tree, you are seeing the human body, you cut full open surgery, whole body open surgery, and you will search out the things there. You will search out inside. After opening, you will search out. The specialty doctor will make the keyhole. That needle will reach on the particular spot. He looks. Do you understand the meaning, difference between see and look? This is see and look. So here, where from he went? See, you hardly look at them anymore. You only notice when that is missing. When you didn't find, you notice it. Otherwise, it is not in your dictionary. It is not in your dictionary because it has to be repaired. Because you have lent it. Okay, the rest we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you.